Apart, Shime is as well. Swung in deep and headed away by Julissa Singano. And the attempted pass to the skipper, Clement, cut out. So far in the tournament, the Lady Elephants with 6 goals from their and while Tanzania were celebrating their first ever victory that same day, well, Burkina Faso are looking for their first. These two sides very similar in terms of their experiences. Clement is in behind and can open the scoring, but she can't because she's blazed it over. Well, Tanzania in behind. And one of the players there they wanted it to fall to is the 25-year-old skipper. Nice run. And ball over the top. And that seemed to be the hard part done. Decent power. Just an inability to keep it down. Well, I was saying that these two sides have pretty similar backgrounds. This is just the second appearance in the tournament for Burkina Faso. Their first was in 2022. And they managed to pick up their very first point of the campaign against Uganda, East African, so that might give them a little bit of encouragement ahead of tonight. As for Tanzania, just their third appearance, so marginally superior to the Lady Stallions. Their first in 2010. Their most recent, the last time out, the 2024 edition, played in 2025, of course. Donisia Minja down this left-hand side. And the Twiga Stars manages to get the cross in, headed away. As Mata Sawadogo just touching it back so that Burkina Faso could clear their lines. Diana Sewa. Clement in behind again. And she needed stopping, and her movement is already causing problems. She's the poster girl of the team, Clement. Managed to find the back of the net against South Africa at the last WAFCON. A tournament that Tanzania very much looking to build on. Their only point at any AFCON came for the first time against bizarrely South Africa last year, and now their only victory has come against Banyana as well, which doesn't make huge amounts of sense given the heavyweight status of Banyana on the continent, but Tanzania clearly enjoy playing against them. Nicely broken up in the midfield and looking for Clements again. Bit of space on this right-hand side for Balkisa Sawadogo. Well, she had room to deliver the cross, which she did, but not too much on it. Well, the Burkinabe band are in good voice, in inverted commas, as the trumpets sound out, and both plastic and regular, providing a nice backdrop to this game, the second of the day, as said, in Group B after Ivory Coast and South Africa. The offside flag is up. Gain a point each. South Africa's first of the campaign. Katunzi. Nunca. She just trod on the ball, Aisha Nunca, and that allowed Burkina Faso to take possession, and they got a few players over in the middle of the park. That's where they go to now, and on the left-hand side as well. Well, the pass surely needed to come. It didn't, because there was a player over. Tunisia Minja looking for Clement. Turns, it goes down under the pressure. And wins her side. A free kick in a very useful position. Full of running already, Clement. Tabiogu. Well, you might be able to hear her voice in the way in which she is barking at her defenders. A big night for the 30-year-old, plays her club football with ASEC Mimosas as she faces this from Minja. Hit well enough, but unable to keep it down. The 29-year-old who plays her football back home with JKT Queens. As do four in the lineup tonight. Abbas, Katunzi, as well as Esther Maseke. Looking long, headed away twice by the Tanzanians, and that will be the first corner of the game for Burkina Faso. Judith Singano getting the first contact. Well, they were undone by set pieces against Ivory Coast the other night. 3 of the Lady Elephants' 4 goals coming via that route. And Burkina Faso finally use a set piece to their own advantage. Valkisa with the outswinger, and it's met. Not the contact wanted. Space on the left-hand side, and players coming forward as well. Well, could have run all the way through to Valkisa. Mata Belem, well, lost out, and Tanzania will look to play with Clement. And she's got company inside her if she can find her in Hasnat Ubamba. Singano away. As far as Minja. Space now. Well, she had a lot of it and she didn't use it particularly well. So we're disappointed with that. Now Kisa plays her football in Saudi Arabia with Al Yarmouk. A lot of time. Singano. Good harrying from the Lady Stallions, doing good force to run as well. This is from Adel Cabaret Naomi. Good approach play from the Lady Stallions. And then a striker goal. Well, hit well enough by Uoba Judicial. Going to take some strike from that sort of distance to go in, but carried all the way. There is the strike from Judicial, who plays her club football in Tanzania with Tauzi. And so she will have a very good level of insight about many of the players she is facing. Five of the starting lineup play their club football at home in Tanzania. Well, 6 up overseas. So Tanzania throw in. To the byline, in goes the cross, and it needed to be turned behind, and it was. Minja will take the delivery, the likes of Clement in there. 4 Tanzanian players in and around the 6-yard box, including Nunca as well. And then a couple on the goal line, and with good measure, Katunzi goes up to join them. What's the delivery like from Minja? Going to get another chance. Really good ball in, and the opportunity unable to be taken. Well, that was a searching delivery from Minja. And a very presentable opportunity as well. There you go. Esther Maseke. It was who just couldn't get her angles right, but that was a glorious opportunity for the Twiga Stars to open the scoring. Another player down this time, it's Balkisa. The Burkinabe skipper. Just going off a little gingerly. We're back underway, but Balkisa's going to have to wait a minute or so to come back on as new regulations. Balkisa manages to win that. Promising, driving forward. Can she get the strike away? Well, she played it into the middle and it just couldn't be turned in. A real sense of purpose from Balkisa. And it was Adama Congo who she found. Congo who scored Burkinabe's consolation against the Ivorians as well. And that's the player you'd have wanted it to go to, because Adama Congo was not only the first Burkinabe to ever score at a WAFCON against Uganda last year, she then against the Ivorians became the first one to score at 2 different WAFCON tournaments. Her shooting skills or ability to react just not quite where she had wanted them to be. Very even. Opening 20 minutes or so, the best chance undoubtedly. Esther Maseke's header just moments ago after that really good cross into her from Minja. Now Balkisa showing us what she's about. Time the throwing goes Tanzania's way. Tanzania are back-to-back WAFCONs for the first time in their history. They don't get too many goals, the Twiga Stars. They've played 7 games in tournament history and mustered 7 goals in that time. And their goals against record is equally similar and easy to crunch the numbers on. It's a goal per game going one way, and unfortunately for Tanzania, it's 2 goals on average they concede. Conceding 4 against Ghana last time around didn't help, nor 3 against Nigeria in their first tournament back in 2010. They've got another corner which Minja will trudge over from the left-hand side of midfield to take. Well, once again, the Tanzanian players crowding around Dabilgu in the Burkinabe goal. In swinger again, up she goes, Clement, and she just couldn't get a firm enough contact on it. Congo looking for Balkisa. Munka, the player, Feld, and Tanzania get on with it. Violet, Nicolaus. They switch it across the back. Broken up by the Burkinabe. And driving forward on the left-hand side and showing really good purpose as well is Adel Naomi. Well, it is a shot on target. It is not the most powerful one. Judith Ayal over her. Clement picks it up. And then Tanzania looking for Nunca. Well, Nunca goes down. Just clipped her opposite number and fell, and that caused pretty much all the Burkina Faso fans that I can see in the Labi Zauli Stadium to rise up and protest. Well, let's have a look at this. Medina was just running towards the ball and clattered it into from behind. Look at that. First of all, Nunca. She may argue that the left arm put her off, but very, very little in that. Well, they're switching it up on this occasion. Katunzi will be the delivery she was after. Katunzi again. Well, solid challenge coming in from Stephanie So. Minja with the throw-in. Nice back heel. In the cheers of the Burkina Faso fans, and then Burkina Faso, well, they can break it. That's really well played by Belem. And they're on their way, and they've got options as well. Nicely played into Razmata. Razmata just not getting the pass right. Two to aim at. Far too close to the Tanzanian. Here she is again. Razmata. That's better. Judicial. And again, the final pass from Razmata. Well, that was unnecessary from Adama Congo, the back heel. Just want to get the passes going before you bring out the party tricks. For Clement. Jeremy Latu Zongo on that far side. driving run again down that left-hand side. Delivery, not what she wanted, but there's some promise on the left flank for Burkina Faso. Katunzi. Space to her right. Chooses not to use it. Ubamba. Looking in the middle. That's a really good cross in. And Clement meets it and converts it and gives Tanzania the lead in a game which, if they win, they will reach the quarterfinals of the WAFCON for the first time in their history. And she took it really well. And Ubamba, who got the famous win-up against South Africa, has now teed up her colleague for possibly an equally famous goal. We shall see. But a moment of quality from the Twiga stars. A player down, as you can see, in the Burkina Faso penalty area, but take nothing away from the move from Tanzania. Katunzi into Ubamba. A really good delivery, attacked by Opa Clement. And Tanzania find themselves ahead again. Very well-timed run from Ubamba. And look at that delivery. Well, was it Clement or was it an own goal? Let's have a look. Well, it was Clement's head that got the contact, and then it just took a little touch off the Burkinabe player on its way in. As you can see off the top of her head, I don't think there was any doubt that that was going to be buried by Clement. The only thing a little bit confusing is the fact that the Burkina Faso player ducked, and she needed to rise. So to clear that away basically opened a gap for Clement to head home. Well, this is troubling. You never want to see a stretcher on the pitch, especially when a player is not moving. A lot of people crowding around, and it might be wise just to give a little bit of space, but well, this will be cause for concern for Isu Balboni. And as you can see, there is a check for a disallowed goal, or they are checking the goal effectively. And for what would be the question? Clement surely is fully entitled to go for that. Is it the fact that it's her elbow that is hitting the back of the player's head? So, which obviously caused the injury. And Tanzania may well find that this goal may not stand as a result of that. Certainly ducked, and that made it a little bit harder for Clement not to get her arm where it ended up. We shall see. All eyes on Yassine Samassa. She's ruled it out for the challenge. And she's given a yellow card as well to Clement. Well, from 0 to 0, she must be feeling. She looks fairly confused as well. Well, you can see why they ruled it out, but equally it's tough on Tanzania. So we go back to 0-0. Free kick goes Tanzania's way. Medina with the infringement. Ruamba Medina plays football in Turkey with Trabzonspor. More and more players from Burkina Faso taking their abilities out of the country. In 2022, all but 2 of the squad based at home. This time, well, there are 10 overseas players as Clement goes in again. And again, the whistle blows in Burkina Faso's favour. She is the centre forward, Clement, and you've got to put yourself about and challenge for these deliveries, which is exactly what she's doing. She's incurring the wrath and the whistle of the Mauritanian referee as she does so. Well, 2 players now down, Clement and Bilgu. Chance to appreciate the trumpets of Burkina Faso and their supporters. Good to see that both players are now back up as we see again the reason for the disallowed Twiga Stars goal. Yati Abbas with the clearance from the Tanzanian goal. This time the free kick goes Burkina Faso's way. Plenty of stoppages. Plenty of hold-ups and 13 fouls in all. Now Burkina Faso with 7 of them, Tanzania 6. Swung in by Belem. Not too much on it. Noel Abbas yet to be called into any save of note. Maseke. Katunzi. Kutunzi again. She's got Enekia Lunyamila to her right-hand side, and here is Lunyamila. Plays her football in Mexico. Minja. Trying just to shape one into Clement. Burkina Faso down. And again, winning the free kick, Singano. Conceding the foul. Well, Tanzania don't lead it too many games at the WAFCON. They would have really enjoyed having the advantage. So they've got to go again. Ubamba. Clement. Just forcing it a little bit wide. Almost a delightful touch, but she still managed to get it and come forward. Adel Noemi. And still she goes. And then just muscled off it. Good defending from Singano, but they've given it away despite their efforts to win it back. Maseke. Up to Mbamba, who will not be able to keep that in. Well, this is the 5th time that Tanzania will be facing West African opposition at the WAFCON, having met Mali twice, Ghana and Nigeria once. All those encounters in the group stage, funnily enough, given they've never made it to the knockouts, and they've lost all 4 of them. Belem. Well, a shot at distance again from Judiciel. She's won a corner. I mean, she is shooting from what, 35, possibly even 40 yards at times. Be interested to see what happens if she gets a little bit closer to goal. Kisa just wants to get going. She set up Adama Congo's goal against the Ivorians. Almost did again earlier. And she gives her side the quality to allow the Lady Stallions to take the lead. Better flighted ball in, comes all the way through, and Zongo forced backwards, and another strike from distance. And again, Abbas untroubled in the Tanzanian goal. Plenty of space at times in this game, but unable to use some of those players. Now Kisa. That's a better ball in. And the corner is saved, and look at that, coolly passing it out from the back. Clement. Space to her right-hand side, which she uses. Kutunzi. And Yamila overlapping. Sporting from Kutunzi, just trying to check and see that Juliet Nana is okay. Yet to properly get up. And Nana. I know they're based in Turkey. And there's Burkina Faso's famous witch doctor supporter. Goes to the men's AFCONs as well as the women's. Although not as many, clearly, for the women's as for the men. Razmata. Balkisa, well, that's fallen kindly. Can they open the scoring here? They can! Burkina Faso! They've done it! Look at that! And look at the scenes of delight and celebration as well. They have never led at the Women's Africa Cup of Nations, Burkina Faso. They have never won a game. And now they find themselves a goal to the good. And there is the band I was talking about earlier. And the drums will beat louder. And the trumpets make even more noise. Took it really, really well. And then celebrated in style as well. Adel Cabre. Naomi, look at that. Just enough on it to lift it over Abbas. And just soft enough as well to make sure that it dipped in under the crossbar. What a moment. She top scored in qualifying. Did Adel, Naomi Cabre. She got 4. As Razmata goes into the book. Now, what about this? Clear pull, as you can see. Mubamba trying to get the shot away, and instead it's Burkina Faso who stretch away. 5 minutes of additional time there will be. Good challenge by Singano. And good ground she's making as well. Well, she's been pulled back by the ref. Naomi Cabre again. Razmata. Zongo. Medina. So. Balkisa, well, you can see the confidence beginning to flow. Here is Balkisa. It's a nice looking ball into the middle. Well headed away by Singano. Well, they have steadily grown into this game. Burkina Faso obviously helped by the decision to disallow Tanzania's opening goal, or so they thought. They've won a free kick as well. And here is Burkina Faso goal again. very nicely taken. Indeed, the first touch really helped her. Inadvertently fell into her path after the Tanzanian couldn't fully clear. Razmata, can they make it two? They can't, because at the second attempt, Abbas gets down. To deny Balkisa. Nana. Good challenge coming in from Katunzi. Zongo tries to keep the momentum going forward, unable to do so. As we see Cabre's goal again. As we approach the last minute of the additional 5. Clement. Sarah thought she had picked it up instead. Tanzania penalised. Minja looking for Soa.
Kataliwa fanya kazi kubwa sana mlinzi wa kati, wamekuwa makini. Haya, wanakuja Burkina Faso, wanapanda. Balkisa Sawadogo ameacha mali nzuri sana kwenye 1-2, imekubali. Balkisa cheza pasi moja ndani, lakini jana amefanikiwa kushuka katika eneo la ulinzi na kusaidia. Amekwenda kuanuliwa mbele kule, ule mpira muda wote takwenda half time. Naam, ni half time, dakika 45 za kipindi cha kwanza kwenye mchezo wa kundi B, uwanja wa Labi Jwali Stadium Casablanca, uwanja ambao umejengwa mwaka 2019. Ni half time, Burkina Faso bao moja la Kabre, Tanzania Twiga Stars 0. Liko nami Leonardi Musekula, Mombo juu. Tafadhali usivunjike moyo, tukutane kipindi cha pili.
Tanzania imeshindwa kuvunja mwiko ambao wamekutana nao dhidi ya timu kutoka Afrika Magharibi, wakipoteza katika dakika 45 za kipindi cha kwanza na kuwapatia Burkina Faso uongozi wa goli 1-0. Shukrani sana kwa goli la Naomi Adele dakika ya 43 ya mchezo, ambayo iliweza kuigaragaza ngome ya ulinzi ya Tanzania na kushindwa kupata goli, kwa maana kushindwa kuwa na matokeo mazuri katika dakika 45 za kipindi cha kwanza. Na tukitazama kwa ukubwa zaidi, kwanza namna ambavyo goli lilipatikana, kwa maana namna ambavyo Burkina Faso walitangulia katika dakika hizo hapo 45 za kipindi cha kwanza. Kocha Boniface Mkwasa, Salama Ngale na Sulemani Makanya, ambao tupo hapa na tulishuhudia mchezo kwa dakika 45 za kipindi cha kwanza, finali hizo hapo za WAFCON 2026. Kuna namna ambavyo Juliet Singano anapaswa kulaumiwa kwa clearance aliyofanya na kuigharimu Twiga Stars katika dakika 45 za kipindi cha kwanza.
Ni safu ya ulinzi kwa ujumla wake.
Okay.
Kwa sababu kabla ya kwenda kumgusa ama kumtazama Singano, Valt Nicholas aliuosha ule mpira kuoshea ndani, ama aliosha mpira kuelekea kwenye uelekeo wa lango lake, lakini alikuwa na uwezo pia wa kupiga ule mpira kuja nje upande wa kushoto kwake, kwa maana ungekuwa tu mpira wa kurushwa. Lakini timing ama maamuzi ambayo aliyachagua kabla ya kwenda mpira kufikia Singano, hiyo ndio ilikuwa mbaya zaidi pengine kwenye mazingira ya shambulizi hili ambalo limefanywa kwa upande wa Burkina Faso. Kabla pia ya goli, unamuona Esther Maseke anasoma jezi namba ya mfungaji wa goli Adele. Maana yake ni kwamba hawakuwa na wakati mzuri, hawakuwa na mpangilio mzuri pindi ambapo timu ikiwa inashambuliwa. Na hii ilikuwa ni muda ambao Tanzania alikuwa anashambulia kwenda kwenye lango la lango la Burkina Faso. Kwenye hayo mazingira unaona hata mlinda lango pia naje alitoka kumtishia mshambuliaji Burkina Faso Adele, lakini bado alishindwa, ama yeye ujanja ulikuwa juu zaidi, akaunyanyua tu ule mpira na kumpotezea direction mlinda lango Naje Tabas na kwenda kufunga. Kwa hiyo mimi nasifia zaidi movement ambayo imefanywa na Burkina Faso, lakini nailaumu safu nzima ya ulinzi ya Tanzania kwa sababu ilikuwa kama vile imekatika kwenye mazingira ambayo walikuwa naamini wao ndio wanakwenda kushambulia.
Sawa, na kocha Charles Boniface Mkwasa, tukitazama safu ya ulinzi ya Tanzania baada ya kuruhusu goli hilo ambalo limefungwa katika dakika ya 43 ya mchezo, dakika 3 baadaye pia wakafanya makosa mengine ambayo isingekuwa uimara wa mlinda mlango, pengine hivi sasa angekuwa amekwenda katika chumba cha kubadili nguo wakiwa nyuma kwa magoli 2-0. Nini hasa kinaisibu safu ya ulinzi ya Tanzania na kuendeleza makosa ambayo wamekuwa wakifanya mara kwa mara katika mchezo wa leo?
Ya, nafikiri kosa kubwa ambalo lilifanyika na uzembe ni namna ambavyo wanajipanga kwanza, na jinsi ambavyo kushindwa kusaidiana pale ambapo mwenzako amefanya kosa, kwa sababu katika modern football ni kwamba mtu anapofanya kosa, kitu cha kwanza ni kusahihisha kosa lile, kulisolve ile problem, alafu baadaye ndio unaambia bwana hapo ulikosea fulani. Lakini sasa unaangalia wanacheza kimya, yule mistake amefanya, lakini namba ngapi yule central defender namba 16 si namba ngapi yule, huyu ambaye amefika kwa mfungaji amechelewa kufika kwa sababu alimuona Maseke amechelewa kufika kuna hapa, muone amecontrol, yeye bado yuko huko, na yule amechukua reaction, yeye bado yuko slow. Kwa hiyo ni weakness katika kuzuia, yani wanashinda kufanya correction pale mwenzako ambapo anafanya mistake. Alishakosea huyu, kinachotakiwa ni kusolve ile problem kwanza, alafu ndio kumwambia bwana hapo ulikosea, unatakiwa kuclear hapo. Na yule si alipiga kichwa namna gani, akafumba macho sijui kaikata akuona sijui, basi matokeo yake kampata mchezaji ambaye amecontrol katika space, yuko free, amepress kwa kipa, goli kaingia. Na vile vile naweza nikamlaumu goalkeeper kwa sababu hakuangalia yule alofunga alikuwa yuko katika mazingira gani. Kwa angeshout kwa namba central defender, angeweza kuclear hilo tatizo. Kwa ni tatizo ya kiufundi zaidi katika defense line.
Sawa, kuna matatizo kiufundi zaidi katika nafasi ya ulinzi kikosi cha Tanzania Twiga Stars, na kupoteza kwa goli 1-0 katika dakika hizo hapo 45 za kipindi cha kwanza. Lakini mbali na kuruhusu idadi, kwa maana kuruhusu goli hilo, dakika 28 Opa Clements alipata nafasi ya kupeleka mpira wavuni. Isivyo bahati goli limekataliwa kutokana na madhambi aliyoyafanya kabla ya kwenda kufunga goli hilo. Ni kweli tunakubaliana pale Opa Clement ilifanya madhambi Selemani Makanya?
Nadhani kama tulivyoona marejeo ya tukio, kuna contact ambayo alifanya wakati anaenda kuruka kupiga kichwa, alitumia mikono kumkandamiza yule chini ili yule asiweze kuruka, kwenda kama amefanikiwa kuruka kufunga.
Angerukaje bila kuipeleka mikono mbele?
Yani kwenye mpira uweze kutumia mwenzako kama daraja ndio uweze kucheza mpira, hapana.
Okay.
Na ndio maana umeona hata pale imeonekana kwamba ni sio goli na akaweza kupewa kadi.
Sawa, lakini umbali na kufanya madhambi hayo ambayo yamepelekea pia kupewa kadi ya njano, kuna nafasi nyingine pia alipata na kugongana na mlinda mlango, kitendo ambacho kilisababisha pia pengine angeweza kupewa kadi ya njano ya pili na kuruhusu na kufanya Tanzania icheze pungufu.
Opa Clement, kwanza ukimzungumzia yeye kwa aina ya mchezaji ambao anacheza ama kwa sifa zake alizonazo, ni miongoni mwa wale mastrika ambao wana matumizi mazuri pia ya nguvu. Amekuwa na wakati mzuri, ama anaweza kutumia.
Angekuwa ni mwanaume tungeita shababi.
Ana matumizi sahihi ya nguvu, lakini matumizi yake ya nguvu, kuna namna, kuna baadhi sasa kutana nao yeye anakuwa hana nguvu. Yani wapo ambao wanamzidi kuliko nguvu ambazo yuko nazo. Lakini kwenye tukio hili ambalo tunaliona hapo, ambao mwamuzi alienda kutazama, mimi nilikuwa na hoja moja tu ambapo hapa ilisababisha mjadala mzito sana. Kama tunahukumu Opa Clement amefanya madhambi kwa msaada wa VAR kwa sababu tu mikono yake, ama alikwenda kumkandamiza mchezaji wa Burkina Faso akaenda chini na akaumia, kipi kilitangulia kati ya yeye kugusa mpira ama kuanza kumgusa mchezaji wa Burkina Faso? Kama alianza kugusa mpira, basi tafsiri yake Opa alikuwa sahihi, kwa sababu asingeweza kudondoka kwa kasi ambayo alikuwa anakuja nayo. Lakini kama alianza kumgusa Burkina Faso, mimi ninakubaliana na maamuzi ya muamuzi. Huyo ni mimi.
Tutazame hapa Mtose, tuchezee kwa utaratibu marudio ya movement ile ambayo ilikuwa ikiendelea baina ya Opa Clement dhidi ya kikosi kwa maana dhidi ya mchezaji wa Burkina Faso.
Mlinzi wa kulia. Mlinzi wa kulia kulia kwa upande wa
tupate kufahamu na kujiridhisha ni alianza kusukumwa au Opa alitangulia kufunga mpira kwa kutumia kichwa.
Unaelewa, matumizi ya mikono kwa Opa Clement hayakuwa sahihi. Unaelewa. Lakini hoja yangu mimi ni ndogo tu. Kama Opa alianza kugusa mpira ndo akaenda kumdondokea So, maana yake ni kwamba Opa alikuwa kwenye mazingira ya kwamba yani hana namna, ilikuwa lazima adondoke. Na hana vya kudondokea zaidi ya kwa So ambapo alikuwa amesoma mbele yake. Lakini kama Opa alianza kupeleka mikono yake kwa So ndo akaja kugusa mpira, mimi nakubaliana ama namuelewa muamuzi kwa kiasi kikubwa. Maoni yangu mimi ni hayo kwenye hili tukio la Opa Clement.
Kwa hiyo tunakubaliana hapa, kocha Mkwasa pia manager Selemani Makanya, Opa alitangulia kugusa kwa maana kufunga alafu akafanya madhambi, au alianza kufanya madhambi halafu ndio akaenda kufunga?
Yani wakati Opa anaelekea kwenye tukio la kuruka tayari alishaweka mikono, kwa hiyo tayari alishaonyesha ile ishara kwenda kwa mpaka nafikiri ule mpira tayari yule alishamlalia yule. Kwa hiyo tayari ni tukio ambalo kwamba tayari amefanya makosa. Kwa hiyo tukubaliane tu kama tukio limeshatokea na VAR imerudisha, tunaona.
Ila VAR.
Kwa hiyo tunakubaliana, hatujanyongwa.
Hatujanyongwa. Kwa sababu ukiangalia namna ambavyo kweli ukimwangalia kama angekuwa ameruka afu akawa mikono yake.
Unarukaje mikono iko hivi?
Sasa inaonekana, yani inavyoonekana kwamba wakati anaruka imecollide na mikono yake kwenda kupress.
Size ya mpira unatakiwa
sijui, lakini mimi nilichokuwa nakiona size ya mpira ulipokuwa unakuja haukuja kwenye mazingira wote unatakiwa kwenda juu. Opa alikuwa anatakiwa kwenda mbele. Kama alikuwa anakwenda mbele, maana yake lazima pia nguvu yake aielekezee mbele ambako alikuwa anakwenda. Kwenye hayo mazingira ukitazama, nilikuwa nataka kujua hilo tukio. Opa ameanza kugusa, ameanza kumgusa na akagusa mpira. Kwa hapo sasa hivi tunakubaliana na muamuzi.
Okay.
Yaani mimi yangu iko hapo. Kwamba Opa alianza kugusa nini? Yaani kama amegusa mpira kwanza, alafu muamuzi aje kutuambia ilikuwa goli, ilikuwa ni madhambi, tulikuwa tunanyongwa.
Tunakubaliana na muamuzi ilikuwa sahihi na ilikuwa ni
sahihi.
Sawa, ni kile ambacho kimetokea katika dakika ya 28 ya mchezo, wakati Tanzania ikitengeneza nafasi hiyo adhimu ambayo pengine ingeweza kusaidia na kupata chochote kitu katika kikosi cha kwanza. Twende tukatazame pia takwimu katika dakika hizo hapo za 45 za kipindi cha kwanza. Unaona Burkina Faso kimiliki mpira kwa asilimia 52 kwa 48 za Tanzania, huku akipiga idadi kubwa ya mashuti 9-0. Shuti zilizolenga lango kwa Burkina Faso ni mashuti 4, huku Tanzania wakiwa hawana shuti lolote kama ambavyo unaona. Na kocha Mkwasa, kwa experience yako, takwimu hizi hapa, lakini pia Tanzania iko nyuma, nini ambacho Bakari Shime anatakiwa kukifanya kipindi cha pili kwenda kupata ushindi na au kusawazisha walichotangulia Burkina Faso?
Kwa takwimu hizo, maana inaonekana kabisa kwamba Burkina Faso walikuwa wanastahili kuongoza, kwa sababu ukiangalia namna ambavyo shots zimepigwa na on target zimejaribiwa, passing pia wamesogea mbele, accuracy katika uhakiki ule wa kufikisha pasi salama wameweza kufanya vizuri, na tatizo tu walionekana kama walikuwa na more physical, walikuwa na foul kidogo, lakini kitu ambacho kinatakiwa kifanyike sasa ni utulivu tu, kuambia vijana watulie, wacheze kwa umakini, wale walikuwa na precautions za kadi wacheze kwa umakini zaidi ili wasipate second yellow, kwa sababu wakipata kadi ya pili na maana wanapata kadi nyekundu ya kutoka. Kwa hiyo wajaribu kucheza kama walivyokuwa wameanza mwanzo. Unajua walianza mwanzo vizuri kabisa, baadaye sasa tempo ile kashuka, wakawa wanafuata wao na wale wakawa wanafuata Burkina Faso, na Burkina Faso sasa wakawa wana pressurize na kuweza kupata goal, lakini kikubwa pia waangalie namna gani ambao wanajipanga katika defense. Nilikuwa na shaka mimi kuona kwamba Burkina Faso wanamaliza na watu watatu ma striker na sisi tunaweka mabeki watatu ma striker. Manake hapo nazungumzia kwamba kunakuwa na 1v1, manake hakuna hata neutral player ambaye anaweza kakava mtu mwenye makosa. Na ndio nimeona hapo mpaka goli likatokezea, kwa sababu wakati goli linataka mfungaji anataka kufunga, amecontrol beki kakumbuka anakwenda, is too late. Lakini kama angekuwa kuna mwingine, manake angemdisturb yule, angemmark yule, alafu yule angeclear ile mistake.
Kwa mantiki hiyo ni kwamba plan ya kwenda na mabeki watatu kwa Shime imefeli.
Kwa imefeli kwa sababu bado nafasi imepatikana, na tumeona mfungaji amefunga katika mazingira gani.
Salama, kuna haja ya kubadili mfumo, na pia kuna wachezaji wanatakiwa kuja kuokoa jahazi kipindi cha pili.
Kwanza kwenda kubadili mfumo ni tukio la ama chaguo kama la tatu hivi kwa upande wangu. Jambo pekee ambalo natamani kuona Tanzania tunafanya ni mgawanyo wa majukumu kati ya Donisia Minja pamoja na Anastasia Katunzi, kwa sababu hili ndio neno ambalo limeonekana kufanya makosa mpaka anakwenda kukutwa ama safu linzi inakwenda kukutwa. Manake kama wao wanaweza kucontrol vizuri eneo la kiungo, basi inawezekana ikapunguza hata mashaka ambayo yapo. Lakini pia kama kocha atakuja na kutaka kufanya mabadiliko na kutaka kubadilisha mfumo, basi anatakiwa kumvunja mmoja kati ya wawili, hawa wawili kwa maana ya Aisha Mnuka ama Enekia Kasongo. Kwa nini nimechagua hawa wawili? Kwa sababu ya kama timu inataka kuendelea kushambulia, lazima uwe na uwiano sawa sawa, watu ambao wanaweza kukaa na mpira kwa muda mrefu. Na miongoni mwa watu ni Aisha Mnuka anaweza kufanya hiyo kazi. Tumeona Bamba anachokifanya, tumemwona pia Opa anachokifanya. Lakini baada ya hapo, nani mwingine anaweza kuonesha anaonesha kwamba anaweza kuwa ni mzuri kwenye eneo la kushambulia? Maana yake utarudi kuja kumwangalia Msewa, na pia kidogo hajawa na pasi nzuri leo hii ama hajawa na utulivu wa kutosha. Kwa hiyo kama badiliko anafanyika, basi option sio kumvunja kwanza mlinzi mmoja wakati, ni kuvunja nguvu katika hizi pande mbili, hasa kwa upande wa Enekia, ili kuleta beki mwingine ambaye atakuwa kazi yake kupanda na kurudi kama, kwa sababu Aisha bado ana uwezo mzuri wa kufanya hivyo.
Sawa, na muda unatuvuta mkono hivi sasa, tuende kwa Leonard Musukula, mwamba wa juu, kupata hadithi na simulizi ya dakika 45 za kipindi cha pili za fainali hizi hapa za WAFCON 2026. Ni Twiga Stars kuvunja mwiko ama Burkina Faso kuendeleza ubabe ambao wamekuwa wakiuonyesha timu kutoka kanda ya Afrika Magharibi. Mimi ni Wastara Msesa.
Karibu tena Casablanca kwenye uwanja wa Labi Jwali Stadium kwenye mchezo wa kundi B. Kipindi cha kwanza tumekitazama na kumalizika kwa Twiga Stars kuchukua chapo cha.
As the teams get set for this second half, 1 point in the opening period, it looked as if it was going to be Tanzania approaching history. Now that line is with the Burkinabe, courtesy of the goal just 2 minutes before the break. Clement strike earlier in the half, ruled out.
Nicely done, the right side.
She got a yellow card as well for her challenge on Soap. Yassine Samassa just waiting to get us back underway, which we are. No changes from either side, and at present Group B is a table that is looking very congested. because as it stands, Ivory Coast are top of the pile with 4 points. Tanzania have 3.
Ball back.
So do Burkina Faso. And bottom of the log, South Africa. Would you imagine it, with just the 1 point? If the result stays like this, it does mean that every team in the group would have won, apart from the only side that has actually lifted the trophy. Banyana, of course. Zongo. Careless in the middle of the park from Rasmata. Nunca showing good strength. The Simba Queens player. Bamba. Singano. Now to Minja. Clement in the middle. She floated in. Good delivery from Minja. And 3 Tanzanian players in there. Decent goalkeeping as well from Nina Dabilgu. Based in Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, with Ase Mimosas, so she knew all about them on match day 1. Well, that's not fully cleared, but now it can be. Kutunzi. Tanzania on the charge, and Bamba certainly got on her bike, but the delivery from Soa unable to make it through the Burkina central defence. Congo, really nicely done. Cut back. Congo with the effort, and then the save coming in from Abbas. And scrambled away. Well, that says it all, the puff of the cheeks. And how close that was to Burkina Faso possibly getting a second. Really good run down the right-hand side. And the ball came in, pushed away. Adama Congo with the header. Zongo. There is Adama Congo. Plays their football at home with RCB. The Zongo has broken up, and Clement, heavy touch from her. She'll do well to keep that in. Nicely played, and then brought down the good driving run. And again making good ground on that far side, Naomi Cabaret. Oh, she's taking a risk by playing it across her area. So up. Winyamila. Space inside if she just plays it square. Chose not to, and Burkina Faso can come forward. Judisei out. Congo. Just nudged off it. And a nice idea as well in the delivery from Ubamba. Sorry, not Ubamba, Nunca it was. Dabilgu, well, not the first time she's been down in the game. Ubamba, less than impressed, let's say. You can see exactly why Dabilgu is down on the floor. Raking of the inside of her calf and ankle. And that will certainly be painful. And I wonder if there might be a review here. Certainly worthy of a yellow card. The question is, does Yassine Samassa and possibly the VAR crew think it's worth more? We'll see shortly. We'll find out shortly. Dabilgu, thankfully, seemingly okay to continue. Just advising the players to wait. She has already been to the VAR screen once and she is heading there again. And this could well spell trouble for Tanzania. There can be no doubt that Ubamba raked the inside leg of Dabilgu, the Burkinabe goalkeeper. Mistimed rather than malicious, I think we can say. It was just very high up. The calf is not going to count in her favour. Possibly tried to take her foot away early when she had felt the contact with the goalkeeper, but that's a very minimal factor. The question is that worth a red card? And it's a tricky decision for Yassine Samassa to make. And she is taking a long look and having a detailed conversation with the VAR team as well, the Mauritanian. So here we go. This is the decision. A great deal could hinge on it. And I think that, as said, Tanzania are going to be down to 10 women because Ubamba has been sent off and she cannot believe it. Looks forlorn. And I was talking earlier about Clement going from hero to zero when her goal was disallowed and she received a yellow card. Well, Ubamba, who got the winner against South Africa on match day 1, has been sent off on match day 2. It means that she will miss match day 3 when Tanzania take on Ivory Coast on Tuesday. And if Tanzania don't make it out of the group stage, then that might be the end of her WAFCON 2026 campaign. Plays her football in Spain with Madrid not linked to Real. And she will be desperately hoping that her team can salvage something from this game. It was meant to be an evening where Tanzania were touching history. Instead, it may well be a night where things just get away from them, because that's going to give the Lady Stallions even more confidence. And here comes Naomi Cabaret. Zongo. Harmlessly behind for a goal kick, but Burkina Faso in their 5th WAFCON game are never going to have a better chance of winning it. When they first played in 2022, well, it was a real baptism of fire, taking on the host nation Morocco in a packed stadium in Rabat, and they did very well just to go down by a goal to nil. Then they met Senegal, same scoreline against them. Therefore, a very encouraging 2-2 draw against Uganda to see the end of that 2022 campaign. This one, well, as I said already, heavily beaten by the Ivorians. But here they are with the opportunity to register a landmark win. Their coach, Issa Balboni, has talked about how he hopes to lift the trophy itself when the final comes around on Sunday the 16th of August. He says that is the image that he has of success at this tournament. And while that may be a distant dream, as the referee stops Tanzania again, his possibly more measured comment about the fact that there is increased hope, increased confidence in the Burkina Faso camp, very much with the platform having been laid 4 years ago in their maiden competition. There's another yellow card. It's going to be coming out. Violet joining Clement on a yellow. And going back to Balboni, well, the increased hope and the increased confidence meant he was focusing on Burkina Faso moving beyond their underdog label and showing they can compete with higher ranked opposition. It's certainly not an overnight success, but we have seen how some teams at this tournament certainly have built and moved on from their displays. Only as recently as 12 months ago, thinking of Algeria, who were very defensively minded when they returned to the competition after a while out in 2025, and then well, they seem to have become far more of a cohesive unit. The Algerians, they were very defensive with nothing up top, but as we saw against Morocco last night, they've got a more rounded game, more free-flowing football in the middle of the park. And you can just see the improvements, and that's the whole point of expanding the competition. Increasing the prize money as well, and getting more and more women on the continent playing football. And hopefully, of course, translating improved football in Africa, and taking that to the Women's World Cup itself. Katunzi, lovely drop of the shoulder from her. Sewa. And still Sewa. Katunzi. Oh, she shanked that. To the 30-year-old, and she will trudge back. So it seems 3 at the back and Katunzi just screening. Well, 4 at the back, I should say, and Katunzi screening. And their wings have been firmly clipped without Ubamba, who offered very good movement as well as numerical equality. Singano, I think, trying to say that shouldn't be a corner to Burkina Faso. As the Lady Stallions bench looks on with real interest. We are coming off the back of their heaviest defeat at the finals against the Ivorians. Now they could be on for their first ever win. Swung in, touch from Abbas just to push it away. That's nice. Well, the turn was. The cross in, not so good from Medina. Clement, nice touch there. Nunca spotting the run. And Tanzania and their 10 women get the free kick, and this will be another booking as well. Jude Sayal. For that challenge. Soa to Burkina. Now on a yellow, Rasmata. The number 10, the other. Minja standing over it. So to Soa, who opened the scoring against South Africa on Monday. Well, she leaves it. And upsteps Minja against the woodwork, and then turned in by 10 women Tanzania. They've drawn level. Oh, what a moment for them. And what a moment for Aisha Nunca, 21 years of age. A glorious free kick flighted against the upright. Dabilgu just couldn't really do enough to push it away. And the rebound fell so invitingly for the Simba Queens player. And Tanzania, oh, who would have thought it? They are level. Look at that, attacked it really well. Dabilgu got fingertips to the free kick. But she just needed a heavier contact. Really, really impressive set piece. And she can count herself unlucky, Dabilgu. Nunca certainly won't be thinking that. And Burkina Faso, well, they will be wondering to themselves how. But let's give respect to the quality of the free kick from the 29-year-old Minja. Well, you would think that set pieces are their best way in. Tanzania, given the numbers on the field. So an absorbing final half hour in store. 3 points would be huge for either side. Suddenly the table changes again. The Ivorians and Tanzania on 4 points. Burkina Faso and South Africa on 1 apiece. Belem. Clement. And still the Ibar player showing good tenacity. Ibar in Spain, of course. Well, Clement talking in the run-up to this game in the tournament, talking about how Tanzania had shed off the rawness that she felt was there when this current generation experienced the tournament for the first time last year. They're more settled, as said now, more experienced as well. And her belief is that they can very much build. Can they do enough to find a second goal, which would really be a phenomenal achievement? In case you joined us late, Burkina Faso opened the scoring 2 minutes before the half-time break, and then Masnaf Ubamba was sent off early on in this second period. Nonetheless, Tanzania have just drawn level. What will that do for their confidence? Burkina Faso is obviously bolstered by the fact they're playing against TED. They need to make the most of it. Razmata. Naomi Cabaret going on ahead of her. Nana. Still Nana. Just runs into traffic. Nice cross in. Sigano dealt with it. Soa. Razmata nicely forward, but all just sticking to the Burkinabe goal scorer. Industrial challenge from Nunca. On Balkisa. Tanzania are going to make a change. And it's Minja whose glorious free kick just led to the equaliser. Who's going to make way for Diana Nally. A teenage defender with Yanga Princess. Well, they are only playing with the 10, so a decision to solidify defence a little bit more understandable from Bakary Shime. He's been involved, the Tanzanian coach with the women's game in his homeland for many a year. And he said that it was 2019 that they started building their development path, making sure that there was a route for those in the under-17s to go up into the under-20s and then into the seniors. It's not exactly new or rocket science, but it just hadn't been done in Tanzania before. And the fact that it was put in place by the Tanzania Football Federation has really helped the women's game. So much so that Shime is targeting a place at the Women's World Cup next year. And that is the stated goal. Ambitious, certainly, but always good to have such targets. You may get close, and even that may well be an improvement on what has come before. Here's Kutunzi lining up a strike. We've benefited a lot from different tournaments, he was saying, playing at the CASAFA Under-17, the CASAFA Senior Championship. Those are the regional tournaments in the southern part of Africa. Tanzania also playing at the Futsal Women's World Cup. All these major tournaments have continued to give us exposure, he said, and I think exposure is absolutely the key word. Sewa. Nally. Well, fresh legs, but well, straight into trouble. Singano is still down on the floor. Burkina Faso play on. Singano holding her head. No indication that player's going to stop, and I wonder if this is just going to go into touch. It is. Which means that Julitha Singano can get treatment. The defender, based in Saudi Arabia with Al Nasser. You can see the body check that just came her way from Congo. Changes with the Lady Stallions. Melody Gungunga, the midfielder, is on. So too Rira Deborah, 17 years of age. The players making way. Whereas Mata on a yellow, of course. Nana as well. Clemens just surrounded by a host of Burkina Faso players. That's what comes, of course, if you're isolated and playing with 10. And eventually one challenge too many from Nally. And the Lady Stallions will have the free kick. Well, wasted, especially with numbers forward. Tanzania just getting themselves out of a little bit of trouble. Sewa. Options inside. That's well done. Clement just can't get enough on it from the pass from Katunzi. Belem clattering into Clement, who I think is going to argue the fact that she was just coming to get the ball, didn't seemingly do too much. Well, Belem feeling the pain, the 21-year-old, a teammate of Clement at Eibar in Spain. As Tanzania make another change. Violet on a yellow as well is going off. Fatuma Isa Maunyo, 31 years of age, the midfielder with Simba Queens. Zongo only finding a player in blue. Nadina up into the sky. A little push in the back, but she did well. Judisay Alta win the header. And a slip could allow Tanzania in. Good bit of defending from Medina. And forward now, that's a crucial touch from Naomi Cabaret. Player in the middle if she can find her, she can't. Oh, almost an own goal from Tanzania. How close was that? Riding their luck at the back. And it was a delightful touch for the Burkina Faso scorer, then looking inside, and it could have gone absolutely anywhere. Look at this. I mean, how much or how little did Singano know about that? Inches wide, inches from making it 2. And with 10 women scoring 2 goals or another goal backward, surely be hard work. Good hands there from Abbas. Sarah, ever more involved in the game. Naomi Cabaret picks this up. The substitute alongside her, Maunio. She can find her. Lots of space in the middle of the park for Tanzania. Clement giving the outball option. But no one anywhere near her. Now there is help in the middle. Kutunzi. Nally. Sort of delivery, can she put it? Oh, not a bad one. Just a little bit too close to Dabilgu. Decent enough purchase on the ball. Requiring just a touch to take it past the Burkinabe goalkeeper. Had it been just a little bit further away from her. Kutunzi mops up so much of the loose ball deep in midfield for Tanzania. Clement. Well played, well held up. Oh, what a point this would be for Tanzania if they can indeed hold on. And sure, Burkina Faso would not be looking at it that way. In April, Burkina Faso reached the final of the girls category of their CAF Schools Championship in Zimbabwe, going down very narrowly to neighbours Ghana in a pretty tight fixture and final. But a lot of the players in this squad saying how they were inspired by the schoolgirls. Charlotte Milogo, one of the squad members, saying if they can do that, why can't we? We are immensely inspired by the girls that reached the final. We are here to compete. Well, victory today would be certainly a statement, and it could possibly come. And they've turned it in, and they've taken the lead for a second time. Balkisa with the goal, and the whole team with the celebration. And look at the smiles lighting up the night sky in Casablanca. Oh, how she enjoyed that. Tanzania's resistance broken. And Burkina Faso once again on the verge of her first ever victory. Now the Women's Africa Cup of Nations, Maunio's ball across fell so invitingly. Look at that, instantly she looked across the line. at the assistant referee to see if she was on. And she certainly was. And her finish was too. Capture that. A shot. And a shot. And a very, very timely goal just when Burkina Faso might have been wondering what else they needed to do to break through, while the coach will point to the changes that he made. Well, there's going to be a substitution as ever after a goal. We are left to wonder what they might be looking at. The substitution is indeed going to be happening, and it's going to be Faridatu Tanagda forward with Etancel back home, who comes on. Balkisa. The goal scorer, assuming, making way. Really good finish from the 27-year-old, and she has now 1 assist and 1 goal from her 2 games. I said it was Mountjo who played it into her. It was actually Wira Deborah whose cross or pass found its way through to Burkina Faso's number 11. Oh, what a moment. And now they simply have to hold on. And avoid set pieces, given that 4 of the 5 goals that they conceded in this tournament so far have come via that route. That is Mountjo. Over back for Tanzania. Katunzi. Surrounded by players in white and backs herself to get away from them. You've got to admire the belief in her own ability. She just gets on with it, Katunzi. Barely even asks any of her teammates to come and help her. Shouldering responsibility. Be a delight for her coach. He'd be even happier, of course, if she could find a couple of goals. And here she is, Katunzi. Often just orchestrating the play from her central midfield position. Sewa into Clement. And again, space on the left if she can work it through, but there's a body in the way. And now it does get out there. Nally. A lot of space for Lunyamila. And then she tries her luck. Enekia Lunyamila. And that's the sort of shot that Dabilgu will be very happy to see more of. In the, 10 minutes or so that we have probably got left. Maybe a bit of stoppage time with the VAR checks. Substitutions too, of course. Judicea. Tanagda. Well defended, and that'll be a Tanzanian throw. Well, as said before, if it stays like this, Burkina Faso hold on. South Africa will be bottom of Group B when the final whistle sounds. Judicial. Also judicial with her shot. is going to go for a throw into Tanzania. But despite South Korea potentially propping up the group, they will have very clear incentive and know what needs to happen if they're to make it through in the final match days. They would certainly have to beat Burkina Faso. They would go above them. If they did, they'll be on 4 points. Burkina Faso would be on 3. And then they would have to hope that Ivory Coast beat Tanzania to keep Tanzania on 3 points so that they could leapfrog them as well. It is not inconceivable. Nunca. I think this is going to be a corner, and it is indeed, to the Twiga Stars. Well, they were thinking about coming forward from the back. Maseke, she was on her way. Instead, she's held back. I mean, surely it's the time to throw caution to the wind. Nunca. Clement. Burkina Faso clear. Katunzi. Dispossessed by Tanagda. Well, there's some tired legs out there, and Congo just trying to wrestle the ball away from Maseke. Manages to do so. Nally, well, these are fresher legs, the two substitutes, and Nally striding forward, looking for Clement, full of running all evening. And does really well there. Good centre forward play. Nally, nice ball into the middle. Up goes Nunca, and Tanzania with an opportunity to equalise. They cannot take it. Well, that was really impressive from the 10 women of Tanzania. Nunca playing it back in. Looking for Lunyamila. She just couldn't. Get anything on it because Belem was there to mop up. Vital interception from the woman who's taken the captain's armband in the absence of Balkisa. Sort of intervention that is as good as a goal. Katunzi. As Tanzania try and equalise for a second time. Hacked away. Another free kick goes Tanzania's way. We are in the 90th minute. Nally. Belem. Out to Deborah. And Cabaret. And then into the middle they go. Lunyamila. Sewa. Often unhurried on the ball. Diana Sewa. Nunca. Nicely done. Katunzi. Just far too far forward in front of Nunca. They are going to be 6 minutes of additional time. And that is what separates Burkina Faso's Lady Stallions from their first ever victory in this tournament. Naomi Cabaret charging forward onto her left foot. Striker goal straight at Abbas. And Abbas doesn't waste much time. Kutunzi. Clement drops her shoulder, skips away, gets away. And it's 3-on-3. Got their numbers in. White coming back. Zongo. Very important header to prevent that going Lunyamila's way. Sewa muscled off it. Rira Deborah carried after Tarnagda. Does enough to keep her side in possession. As we see possibly the match-winning goal from Balkisa Sawadogo. Well, this is exactly what Burkina Faso want. The referee has gone to her notebook. She has issued a yellow card to Lunyamila for that challenge on Naomi Cabaret. But Tanagda standing over this. Burkina Faso in no hurry whatsoever. Belen plays it forward. And the routine on their training ground not coming often. Well, was that a shot? Was that a cross? Unclear to me either way. The goal kick which Tanzania take quickly. Nali. Lovely touch from Nunca. Good defensive work from So. Halfway through the 6 additional minutes. Clement. Maseke. Bit of space here for Nali. She's put in some good balls since she's come on. Sewa. Really good engine she's got. Touches it back to Nali. 3 in the middle. If she can find them. No, she can't. She can only find the top of the netting. A goal kick for Burkina Faso. A chance for a breather as well. Naomi Cabaret. She's got the substitute to her left, who's just come on, Tanagda. Back it comes into the middle. Kutunzi getting a toe on it. Oh, this is last chance saloon, really, for the Twiga Stars. Oh, Clement, look at that. She has run all night. I was just thinking she might possibly have run herself out of certainly in the next game, possibly the tournament, because it looks as though she might have done her hamstring. The Tanzania skipper, she pulled up. She's limping and not really moving. And that would be really unfair reward for travails all night. There you go, you can see her. Well, she's not gone off just yet. Hobbling around. Tanzania effectively down to 9 men, or 9 women, excuse me. with what, a minute to go. And I think Clement will be well advised not to chase anything, because she certainly played her part tonight, despite the fact that the side look as though they are going to end without a point. And they will need her against Ivory Coast on Tuesday in this stadium. Burkina Faso taking on South Africa at the Moulay Rashid. A reminder of those games at 2000 GMT on Tuesday. That's the 4th of August. As all eyes now turn to the Mauritanian referee. Striker goal, whistle past. Well, that would have wrapped up the 3 points. A third goal. Struck it well, but there's no need for it. There's a pitch invasion from the substitutes bench of Burkina Faso, because the Lady Stallions have won a game at the Women's Africa Cup of Nations for the first time ever in their history. It is their second qualification after a first in 2022, when they managed to avoid defeat on one occasion in their final group game against Uganda.